Christmas carols will sing. I'm Stacy J, doing Vlogmas today. Trees are up, Merry Christmas we say. Spend time with me as I sew something. We count down to Christmas Day.
Hi, I'm Stacy J, and this is my studio. And I won't be spending too much time in my studio. Actually, no, I will be. Anyway, today I'm making the cakes for Lynn's birthday. And so I just make the cakes today and let them cool overnight, and then tomorrow icing them. I don't think I've ever been so nervous about making cakes, and I've made them since Xander's first birthday. I've made them every single year for my children, and this is probably the first time I've been nervous making them. I did start a wee business of making and icing cakes, but there's a lot of rigmarole to go through for that, and plus it costs a lot of money for people to buy cakes because there's a lot of work that goes into making cakes, and I'm not gonna scoff on that. So I thought right now I would get in here and open my advent calendar and hope there's something in there for me to go over today. I want to send out my best wishes to my friend who is laying in bed at the minute watching birds crash into her bedroom window, and I want to thank again, somebody has mentioned to me yesterday's item I made was a little clip purse, that it would be really good to stick Christmas vouchers, like little, you know how we get them as cards now, and you can go to the shop and so a card in there, so it's not just a card handed in a Christmas card. It can hang off the tree and be for that person. I am getting lots of messages at the minute, so one sec, I just go and get it. I'd actually like to know and remember who said that. I might jump onto my computer because, you know, I pass the age where my memory's still with me. One sec. So it was Vicky Jenkins that said put a gift card in here, which is a fantastic idea. You think of even, you know, the people that just give you money for your birthday and Christmas or things. You could just slip money in here. This is like real dosh, right? So you could slip money in there, and they get two things. They get money and a wallet. Okay, which I think is quite cute because they can use the wallet later to put the change of the money that they spend. That's money. Is that crazy New Zealand money? So thank you very much for that, Vicky. I thought that was a really good idea. I didn't think of it yesterday, but nice. Okay, I'm just going to get the advent calendar. Okay, let's put on our glasses so we can see the number. Now, 4. Let's just see if day 4 in Vlogmas. This is the best way if you're opening Vlogmas things, because sometimes, you know, the days fly by and you forget. I forgot he's taking the trailer today. No, he's not. He's taking the ute. It's like a little king flamingo, queen flamingo. They're so cute. I mean, you wanna think that there are male flamingos because that's how they make baby flamingos, but I think all flamingos I have are named with girls' names. How sexist is that? Oh well. Excuse me. Whew. Okay, so I now have 3 on day 4. But anyway, I swear, when you're opening advent calendar, it's a great way to know what date it is, because you go by the day after the one you've opened. Oh, unless of course you get those lovely ones that they have been getting over in England. There's a lot of people doing swap outs, which is really, really cool. I think that's an awesome idea. Love it. Jelly, I don't live in England. However, I feel my weather is from England at the minute. I am going to head up and start these cakes. They're not going to start without me. And I will get back to you today. I have something in mind, and I was also given an idea from Queenie, which was fantastic. Love it. Fantastic idea. to stocking stuff or to add to a card or something like that. So I won't tell you what it is because I might not, or I might do that today. All I know is that I want it to be a smooth running day. Cakes cooking. It's going to be smelling like cakes. Yesterday, last night we had games night. I had the vlog out before games night. Yay! It ran so smoothly yesterday, editing and sending out. And singing was great. I did start off with Desperado. I then went to went to Brass and Pocket. Yes, I had to look that up. I was singing it, but do you think I can remember the first line? Which is the line that is the name of the song. Duh. And then I went to Fever. So it was also brought up to me that there's going to be another sing-song at the restaurant on the 19th of December. I didn't say no. I didn't say yes. I did have a list of songs written down in order that they're going to be sung. So, yeah. So, you know, if you're in the area and you want to hear me pitch something out and sing with the cats, yeah, maybe I'll be singing on the 19th at the restaurant. Who knows? So, yeah. So what did I do? What am I saying? I'm baffling. Yeah. So I did that. Oh, I had a fantastic games night. If anyone knows how to play Battle of the Sexes, we went to play that, but there was just too much reading involved to know how to play the game. Really good to have that in advance before they come over. I came second in Candyland, which is unusual because I usually lose. I've won it once, and we've been doing games night for a good 7 months. And lots of laughs. Their daughter came over as well, so we were very much in hysterics. She actually won both games. She's not invited again. She did Candyland in 3 moves. 3 moves. If you know Candyland, you got kids, you know Candyland, it's not a game of precision, it's a game of chance. And yeah, I did come second, and I said, oh, maybe if she hadn't been there, I might have won. But then I did some really good maths, versus 4 versus 5, below a cut. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go for a sec. I'm going to head off up and make some cakes. I'm going to decide which one of the 2 easy things I've got to make when I come back down, because, you know, it's going to take about an hour and a half for them to bake the cakes. I dropped the temps down to 150. It keeps it from rising in the center faster, so it keeps it more of a level cake, less to cut off. I'll probably be making 4 batters because I only know how to make big cakes. Although she said don't make a big cake, I'll just pile them on top of each other. It needs to be about A4 size because I've got a print of what I want, edible icing of what I want, and I don't know if I'm happy with that. It looks a bit blurry, and I just don't know if I'm happy with that. But I've got some icing in case I'm not. Anyway, that's icing's tomorrow's job. I wonder if I should put ganache. Write down whether I should put ganache under the icing or butter icing under the icing. There are like buttercreams and things like that. I just usually use a butter icing, or I use a ganache, and you know. So write down in the comments what you think I should use in between my layers, because there'll be 4 layers, because that's how I roll. Right. Okay. Best I get to baking. See you in a sec. Hi. I'm back from baking cakes. I have one in the oven. I have a bun in the oven. I do not. I have this on because I'm cool, but the sun is beautiful outside. It is a lovely... This is how bad I am. It's a safety pin. Anyway, so this morning I have my darling friend is in bed, as I said earlier. Birds hitting the bedroom window, apparently. And I was given an idea. Now, I think today I'm going to take up that idea because it is it's 2:30. The second cake is cooking now. I don't know if I'll hear Alexa tell me the timer's gone off, but I think I might have, I do have Siri telling me as well. I've got everyone telling me when the timer goes off. And I am going to talk about at music, talk about. Who remembers that song? At music, talk about. Adam and the Ants. Anyway, this thing that Queenie came up with is brilliant. When I first had my children, I joined Tupperware and I became a Tupperware consultant. And I'll stop the glare back at you guys. And they always had party gifts. And, you know, you get the orange peeler, which is awesome. And they used to have something called the husband. And the husband was a jar opener. And it was a mat that gripped lids. We're going to make our own husband today. And we're going to make him right. Just kidding. Okay, so we're going to make our own husband, our own boyfriend, our own partner, whatever we need, whoever needs it. We're going to make this because, let's face it, I think they've got this like automatic jar tightener at the end of the aisle when they put things in. The other day, we were opening a can of gherkins or pickles, whatever you guys call it in your country. Packing a jar of gherkins, big jar of gherkins. We hoover them in this house. And I literally had to hold the jar and twist one way, while Mr. Christopher held the lid. Now his hands are massive. Lid and twist it the opposite way. We had to have 2 takes of this. It's crazy. So we're going to make our best friend, our husband, our partner, our wife, whoever's the strongest in your family. That's what we're making for when they're not around to open our jars. So what we need is, I've just cut willy-nilly off this. Now this one's going to be for Queenie. Yes, Queenie, this is for you. It's for Queenie. Now I just basically cut it 15.5. I used basically a patch out of some fabric. And I got two patches. Okay, so 15.5 by about 15. So like they're literally a square. Literally just what I cut off, a scrap that was sitting out from where I'd made some stuff possibly last year for Queenie out of Lapskin. So what we're going to do is, I've got them both down here. I'll take you down to Funky Town. Right, so here we are here. This is the gripping stuff you need. Funny story about this lovely gripping stuff. I was gifted it as a birthday present. I daren't tell you who gifted it to me, because you'll all just shake your head. Because it's what every partner should be giving their partner for their birthday. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember who gave it to me. So anyway, years and years and years ago, I got this. Still don't know why. But there must have been some forethought in today. He must have known that sometime in the future I was going to become a vlogger and I was going to do Vlogmas, and somebody was going to give me this item to make. So yay, it was in the house. I did not need to go and buy it. So this is just a little bubbly mat stuff. A lot of people stick it in caravans, so their plates don't roll around on them. I think my mum sticks it all in her cupboards where her pots go. Same deal, maybe inside where crockery goes, so it doesn't smash, like the big crockery that you put in the oven and things like that. So what I've done is I've cut out my 15 by 5. I mean, it's big enough for my hand to take over and go over a jar lid. Okay, so I'm just going to pop my little wee glasses on. I've made that. I've just drawn it out, so it's pretty square. Now, when I watch this, they just sewed around it. But I want to finish it off in case, you know, when you open your jar of jam or jar of pickles and pickle juice or jam goes all over your little muscle mate. You want to wash it. And there's nothing worse than washing it and then it frays and falls apart. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in. I'm going to overlock it, sorry. I'm going to overlock it and then fold it in. Okay, around all the squares. And I'm going to do my fancy around the corner overlocking. So there's no loose ends at the ends, only where I begin. Okay, so let's go over and do that. I actually want to change my thread to black, and on the overlocker and on the sewing machine, and both the bobbin and the top machine thread. We all know why. Okay, I'm just going to go change the thread and then I'll have you back with me. I brought you over to the overlocker, and I've just changed the threads on the squimmy dial things. And I just pulling through so I can get this done. Now, as you know, and I spoke to you earlier, I made cakes today, and I had my lovely friend, the friend I'm taking to get her chemo done on Monday the 15th, her last day, yay, so she can just relax a bit now and let the goodness work, if we call it goodness. Anyway, so she came and sat with me. Now, normally I've never had anyone sit and really talk to me while I'm making cakes. Now, I'm nervous enough about this cake I'm making for my girlfriend because I've never really been asked to make a cake. I think I might have mentioned this already, but I'm pretty nervous about it because I have great expectations and all that, you know. And I did show, so what I've got is I've got an icing sheet or printed icing, edible icing cover. And it's a little bit blurry. So in my mind, that's not good. Not happy, Bob, not happy. Movie, what movie is that from? And so I was talking to my friend and we were going through, and at one stage I needed 20, this is going to sound so wrong, I made 5 batters. Let's just put that out there, okay? So I needed 20 tablespoons of cocoa. It's a chocolate cake, just a standard chocolate cake. And I could see her counting the same time I was counting, which was good. It's always good to have backup, yeah, when you're counting to 20. Especially when you go, 2, yeah. And when I got to 10, I thought I'd ask Alexa, how many cups is 20 tablespoons? Apparently it's 2.5, 2.2 or 1.2. That was when my friend stopped counting. So she said her brain got confused and she stopped counting. To which she blamed the chemo. It's not a funny laughing matter by any means. The whole C. It's not a laughing matter. But Wendy's taken the approach very relaxed in being quite, sorry my little thing's not turning right. Quite happy with it. There's only a few minimal things that have happened. She wears a wig and apparently she can't count above 10, which is fair enough because I was still counting. So I was like, so that was a bit of a joke, a bit of a funny haha, until I had to put 7.5 cups of flour in the thing. I don't know if it was 6. I don't know if it was 5. So we stopped with one more. And I put in half. We still had the boiling water to go in it. It's a fantastic recipe. See, look, all done. No strays, okay, at all. And so it's a fantastic recipe. I love it. I used to make all my kids' cakes with it because it's quite a dense cake and it's quite, well, it's very yummy. No one's ever said it's not. And yeah, so I said, what am I up to? Hoping that she was counting because I think I said 5 twice. Anyway, so she looked at me with a grin on her face. I said, you can't even count to 10 this time. So she said, I can tell you guys this. She said, but I have to make sure that I tell you it's because, you know. She said, we have to make some fun of it. We think it was 1 less. So when I put the boiling water in it, it got quite runny. And so I actually ended up putting another another cup in there, I think. Yes, I put another cup in there. So, so one of them's done. It's really tall. The other one's sitting there, and it was 15 minutes to go when I left the table, when I hit pause and then came over here, or stop, whatever it is. So I probably got about 10 minutes before it's actually required. Now, this is where I want to take you down here. So, oh, let's change the bobbin before I forget. And I told Libby, because Libby said that my day sounds busy again, which, fair enough, it is. It's a busy month, and it is what it is, and I've chosen to do this, so I'm not be-arching about it. I'm definitely taking it in my stride, and if I don't make something one day, I don't. But I definitely do have some things. Now, if I'm going to make something that's going to go over 2 days, do you want me to make something that you guys can buy, or something that I actually have in a pattern? Like, I know I've done, so I'm just checking that door's not slamming. I know I've done the wee dress as a sew along, but not everyone can get that pattern. I don't know if it's still out there, or if there's something similar to it. But would you like me to do a sew along for something that you guys can purchase a copy of the actual PDF pattern? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll sort that. So what I wanted to do was, and I'll go to the ironing board, I want to fold that under just the overlocking under. Okay, and then I want to top stitch around. Let me just iron this, will be back in a jiff. Okay, I'm back. Here it is on top of that. If I line it up with some of the boxes, so line it up with that corner there. Now, I wasn't perfection when I cut this out. Oh, I am perfect. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not perfection, but you know, there's a lot of people in our driveway because there's some work being done up and down the road. I've told you that. So Willow's having the time of her life. Oh, and chasing birds, because apparently dogs can catch birds. Not my dogs, but so I like the idea of having it overlocked and folded under, for the sake of it falling apart the first time you get something on it. Now I'm just pinning it roughly. Actually, you could probably use clips as well, your magic clips. Oh, I've got a couple in this little container here, you know, and just pin it in place. Now this is where it's going to get tricky. This is not meant to be able to move. So it's going to be interesting. Maybe, just maybe, I need to let's just give it a burl and see if I can do something with it. See how well I can stuff this up. All right, start with this corner. Now you just want to top stitch it on, put it down. Obviously that person didn't turn around in our driveway, which everybody does, because Mabel didn't go off and she's sitting up there on guard. Right, let's give it a go. So it might be a case of lifting it up as you go. So far, so good. And what it's going to do is catch on every loop, every other loop that's under there. It's about to do that again. Did any of you guys pick that up the other day, what I did to myself? I laughed. I thought it was hilarious. Okay, flip it around, leave your needle in. Don't know how to tell you to sew, because you guys know what you're doing. Drop it down a friction. There we go, take it back up. That's just to get my line up with my foot, to make sure my top stitching's even all the way around. Oh, the other thing you can do actually is, I'm going to do that. Stand by. So the timer went off, and I went up to check my cakes. Could put it on for another 40 minutes. And then I knocked over a sewing kit, which is those old vintage wooden ones where they'll panel out. Yep, it went AOT, so I walked away. I'll tidy that up later. It's on the stairs. It fell off. Right, so I've gone and stuck my label on which I quite like it on the angle. I think that's quite funky, sitting there on the angle like that. That just lets the user know who gave the muscle. Yeah, yeah. So these are really good as a companion for your parents, especially when they hit a little bit older in their life. They have the inability to really grip a jar, which is a bit shite. I mean, we're all going to get there, right? But, you know, it's got to be a comfortable conversion over. Oh, I so follow this. I wonder if it's the fabric that's not square or the maker. So just around the top stitching around it, lifting it up, because I don't want to put any pressure whatsoever on the non-grip stick stuff, because then it will non-stick grip stuff, it will just grip. So we don't want to do that. And one more. Yep. Oh, looks like we've almost come off. I might top stitch around twice, because, you know, you want to make sure it holds. Okay, right, back up to 2 and a bit. Still got that in, nice top stitch width, and then I'll go like one deeper. Just feel I went a little bit too close to the edge then. Living on the edge. Okay, coming up to this corner, nicely. Actually, even if your daughters, you know, they live, you know, they live alone, and just some jars are just really well stuck down. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this and tick it off. Yes, I just feel a bit close to the edge there. I mean, it's on the fabric. I could just go around that bit there. I don't think Queenie will mind, but so we'll just go through here. I had a thought when I was changing the thread in the overlocker about what if you went through the cover stitch machine and you put your fabric flat and you cover stitched around the whole thing. So you'd have double stitching there. I know, because then it will underlock over there. Okay, so then what I would do is I would use scissors I don't care about that much. Yep. And go as close as I can to the folded edge. And that just tidies it up. I mean, if you had a big sheet and you just wanted to put them on and then just do all of them and then cut it off, like when you stick your interfacing onto a great big piece of fabric and then you cut your pieces out because they're all fiddly bits, and you cut them out after the interfacing's on. Much easier. A little wasteful of interfacing, but I would highly recommend it if you're doing anything with rayon or viscose or chiffon, all those fiddly fabrics that should be firmed up before you try to stick interfacing on them. Right, ta-da, that's the mat. I'm just going to trim that off a little bit more. But the white behind here and the white on that is, I don't know what, I don't think Willow knows what Mabel's barking at. And comes another blowy. You know where I like blowies? I don't, but I like blowies because they symbolize summer. And if there's going to be 1 month, anyone asks me what my favorite season is, summer is my favorite season. Yep, spring's pretty, flowers. Spring here is very rainy. I don't like the rain. Right, so today you've got however many minutes of me talking to you while I make something. Okay, there it is. I think it's quite rippy grippy. Shall we get a jar? I've got a jar full of powder. The powder is for my hemming powder. We can go and try that. Let's go. Let's do it. Right, here we are. Jar of powder. This is just powder I put in my hemmer over the top. Oh, the worst thing is I can't really describe to you because I don't have a jar that I've not opened unless I go and open one. It's just on hand. And if you want to tight it, oh yeah, that's so good. Okay, that's quite a squeeze to get that off. Oh, much nicer. Notice I held it and just moved the bottom. It's easier to grip a square jar. So there, that's it. It's got my little name on it. Ta-da! And easy peasy lemon squeezy. I will just tidy that up a bit more, should I? No, I'm going to leave that out. I like it. Thank you, Queenie, for the brilliant idea, and you're welcome. This is yours now. Okay, from the times where hubby's not home or the boys aren't home to help you open a jar. What are you doing in the kitchen? Get out. But yep, today's thing. So when Wendy was here, having a cup of tea and us making a cake and watching it up, she said, I told her the game plan for today, or the game plan on a day that I might need a little bit of fastness. And I told her, and she said, oh my gosh, Tupperware had those. I said, yes. I said, they're called a hubby boyfriend. She goes, yeah. She goes, can I buy one of those off you? So I'm going to also gift her one, but I'm not going to actually give her the leopard print. I do have one, and like I said, another one cut out, but her favorite colors are green and pink. So I will go in there and see what I can find. She doesn't care. She said she doesn't care. She's just really keen to get one. And oh my God, they're so easy to make and such a little scrap buster that you could just make up a pile of them, and somebody shows up at your house that, you know, you didn't know was coming, and you just have them wrapped. My mum used to do this. She used to have like boxes of crackers, like not like Jant's crackers or anything. She'd have the big box of fancy crackers or fancy biscuits and that, and or favorites. She'd have them wrapped in case somebody showed up that she didn't know was going to show up, and give her a gift, which would always be something similar anyway. But yeah, it's good to do. It's a good wee habit to get into. Fantastic. I mean, I could whip them up along with the wallet things, little wallet things. Such a good idea. Fantastic idea. You know what you could do? You could put a little loop on it between the mat and the grip. You could put a little loop so it could hang. Oh, Wendy's is going to be so much better than Queenie's. Sorry about that, Queenie. That's such a good idea. Put a loop in it. Brilliant. And you could hang it. Brilliant. That way we can go hunting through all the drawers looking for where it is. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go. I will take a photo of these cakes. I don't know how many minutes I've got left, but I think that probably a good 30 minutes left for cake number 2 to come out. They're nice and high, so they're going to be cut in half. That's it. Remember, I said, can you please let me know if I'm putting ganache over it and in between the layers, or am I putting just butter icing in between the 3 layers. Neither here nor there for me. Still have to make one or the other. One, I think the ganache is not as sweet as what, and I can make white ganache or chocolate ganache. It's a chocolate cake, but I'm putting yellow icing over it because it's got to come back as gold, and I've got gold paint to paint it. You guys will be seeing a photo of it if you continue to watch me, if you don't get sick of my talking. Right, enough. Ganache, butter icing. What was the other thing I wanted you to say? There's something else. Oh, a couple of movies quotes I've done. If you can think of those movie quotes, it'd be really fun. It's a fun game we play here in this house. We're all about the fun. Anyway, guys, stay well, stay warm, stay dry, keep cool, keep strong. Keep on sewing, hydrate, have no regrets. Total correct cottons today. Had a lovely morning with my friends, so no regrets. And she stayed with me while I made the cakes. It's like counting regret going on there maybe. But no, it was good. Good to catch up before we go into hospital. And yeah, stay cool to after school and stay face this summer. See you later. Bye.
Thank you for watching today. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Please subscribe.